Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 2. Sorry I'm late, but I work a full-time job. So my apologies. I will be going live tonight, this Wednesday, March 19th. So live at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're seeing this and it's after that time, be sure to catch the replay. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let's get into it. So we pick up where we left off last week with this fake love triangle between Drew, Dennis, and Porsha. Apparently, Drew and Dennis were matching at Drew's birthday party. I don't believe it. I personally, and this is my opinion, I think it's lies, but okay. Cynthia said, y'all better not match with none of my exes, not Peter Thomas, not Leon, or not Jonathan Michael Hill, or whatever his name is. I said, girl, the only one you really got to worry about is Leon, because if Leon swing my way, okay, he want to wear a matching fit, then you going to have to get over it, okay? Y'all child grown. Anyway, so Porsha said that she saw pics of Drew at the party and she looked washed. And Drew was like, no, she's right. She's telling the truth. I didn't have no makeup on. Not having no makeup on should not make you look washed, okay? That should not be the case. Granted, I don't got no makeup on and I look a little tired right now because I am, but it should not make you look washed. Like, Porsha is so disrespectful. And I wish I would be like, oh, yeah, she's right. No, she's wrong. And she's also wrong. And Drew, you got to stop lying. Why do you sit up there and lie? Somebody had no makeup on. You had on full glam, full face. You were dressed up and in full makeup because this is your birthday party. Girl, anyway. So Drew makes up some story as to why Dennis is helping her and say he's her angel from up above or something crazy, girl. And Porsha is really just mad because Dennis is filming with Drew. I feel like she don't think Dennis really wants Drew. Even though Dennis been with everybody in the city, got 25 names tattooed on his front and bike. Okay. But however, I guess she don't think Drew compares. I think she just mad because Drew took up her storyline. Dennis is supposed to be her storyline because she can't film with Simon. And now she's trying to take that away. And Porsha don't like that. She gave her some go naked hair. She feels away. So Porsha called Drew a low down dirty snake or something like that. Like I said, it takes one to know one, girlfriend. Wouldn't you know all about it, Porsha? Anywho, so in the next scene, we get to know Angela and her retired basketball playing husband, Charles Oakley. They have 4 children in total, but they are a blended family. Shout out to the blended families. If you'd like, follow my Instagram page. It's Black Blended Families _, a page dedicated to the blended families of it all. Okay. So anyway, she has 2 children from a previous relationship. He has 1, and then they have a 7-year-old together. Now later on, she said she almost 60 with a 7-year-old. You couldn't pay me, honey. But I mean, I guess that's love, because ain't no way. So Angela says she is self-made. Okay, she is not with him for the coinage. She sells real estate, and apparently the couple met at a party 10 years ago. Or 10 years prior to when they got together, because then she said they exchanged numbers. He never called her. And then they met again 10 years later because they lived in the same condominium. I don't think I would want nothing to do with him after I gave him my number the first time and he didn't call, but that's just me. So Angela's gossiping with her 24-year-old daughter regarding Shamia's party. This man started banging pots and pans, okay, shaking tables, clearing his throat. And he's talking about he don't want to hear it. Leave the room. Like, we filming. What you mean you don't want to hear? Okay, nobody forcing you to sit here. Granted, he was cooking, but you can step out for a second. Let us finish. You don't want to hear it. He got a tough personality to deal with. Okay. So she was talking about how Drew was working with Dennis or allegedly dating Dennis. I don't know who they trying to fool with this. Y'all, if y'all can't think of no other storylines for Drew, then it might be time for Drew to exit. Okay, and I don't want to take nobody's chat, but I'm just saying. So she was like, if Charles was her ex, if they broke up, she wouldn't want him, dating ladies or working with them or any of that. He said, I wouldn't work with any of them lames. I said, now why they gotta be all that? I mean, so nasty, so rude. But I did say in my last review, Charles gives no nonsense, stuck in his ways, stubborn and mean. More power to Mrs. Oakley. Okay. So Porsha and Kenya meet for drinks and lunch, I guess. They pulling up in their double R's. Okay, everybody got the Rolls Royce. Kenya's purchased. Porsha's gifted by a scamming estranged husband. And we don't know, if it's legitimately hers or not. But girl, keep driving it while you can. So Porsha discusses her disdain for Drew and Dennis filming together. For me, I always felt like Dennis was the one she truly loved. Like, I still think she is in love with Dennis. She tries to say, oh, he like my brother now. Girl, stop the lies. Stop the cap. Dennis is the one who she loved, and I feel like he the one who got away. Like, if only he would have married her, this whole Simon thing would have never even happened. But Porsha plays victim again. She pretends like she didn't know who her scamming husband was, allegedly. Girl, we don't want to hear it. Porsha says she was actually his fifth wife, not his fourth, because one of the marriages was fake. So I'm like, wouldn't that make you the girl? Anyway. But how you see somebody who was married 3-4 times and be like, yeah, sign me up for that. I want that woman's husband. I want to be the fifth wife. Girl. So she said that she was at her mama's house taking a break from him because they had been married for 265 days and her time was up. She looked on the ring camera and see that he had women at the house. What you thought? Just like you was in the pool frolicking around when he was looking at you all creepy like behind them shades. You ain't mind then when he was at Fallon's house, but girl, I digress. But now when it's your house, it's a problem. So Kelly was looking at a new location for a restaurant for Nana's Chicken and Waffles. If you're in Atlanta, tell me how many chicken and waffle spots they got. How many chicken and waffle brunch spots are out there? I saw a video and I forgot his name. I'm so sorry, but it was a TikTok. I think his name starts with a V. But anyway, if you saw it, let me know. He was like, if the Waffle House adds mimosas or some Don Julio Actifulio to the menu, baby, goodbye. If the Waffle House throw in a DJ and some mimosas and keep their prices the same because they getting a little high now, but that R-Star meal still hit, baby, we don't need no more of them spots, okay? Even though they already take long enough to cook the food now, but I'll wait. So her estranged husband closed her initial location. So now she's just down to one location. She need a new one. She's trying to open by a certain time, but they like, that's not going to happen. Her husband, she shared, and we'll get more into it later on, but allegedly he had stole from her and he don't contribute to no child support for her daughters or nothing. So not only did you take money from me, but now you're not helping with your 3 daughters that are not cheap, honey. Have y'all seen the husband? I don't know what I was expecting. I just really wasn't expecting that, but I'm going to leave it there. So we see Britt and her husband at their home. Again, I was going to bite my tongue. Okay. But it started bleeding while I was biting on it. I'm going to just say this. It's giving lavender marriage. It's looking like she's his beard. That's what it seems like, allegedly, to me. So they met her insurance agency or whatever insurance company. They're planning to, hold on. I got a cough. Y'all know what time it is. And my apologies. That you know what time it is for my regulars, okay? If you're new here, it's allergy season, so I've been struggling with it, okay? But anyway, so they met her insurance company. They're planning to move. They want to move to a new home and have a wedding because they got married during 2020. And, she said they eloped. It was over Zoom. Like they was in prison somewhere, child. I wouldn't want that either. Because I feel like even, with all that going on, or when people be like going to the courthouse, which is fine. I ain't mad at it. I wouldn't mind eloping, but there's like other places and ways you can elope where it's still, you can still have like a little bit of both. Like you can elope and have the nice wedding ceremony that you want. There's options. But anyway, they went on a trip to Vegas, like when they first started dating, and she was like, you ain't getting none, and he didn't care, and the rest was history. Now she wants to plan a pregnancy and move her mama in. Seemed like mama already lived there because she was there now, but okay. He couldn't be any less interested in this. She tells her mama that they getting pregnant this year. He's like, allegedly. And she's like, don't say that. He said, allegedly, 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 allegedly. Mom said, finally. Nobody's on the same page here. He has a 15-year-old son already, so he really don't care. She said they're using IVF because they want to pick the gender, because they both want a girl. And also, y'all would have to be intimate to conceive naturally. And I don't really see much of that going on. So I guess, IVF it is. But, that's neither here nor there. So she tells him she loves him as she's leaving with mama. And he was like, yeah, I hear you. That's cool. They just got a weird dynamic, honey. Ooh, child. And being on a reality show when you got this kind of dynamic, when your relationship is never good. But okay. So Shamia met with her surrogate, Shadina. They both feel guilty for Shiloh being born prematurely, even though Shadina suffered from cancer. So it's so much going on. It's just sad all the way around. And they both feel like it's, their fault. Like Shamia was like, well, if it wasn't for me, being selfish and having a surrogate, then maybe this wouldn't have happened. And, of course, Shadina was like, well, if it wasn't for me falling ill, then this wouldn't have happened to the baby and the baby wouldn't have, complications and things. So it's no one's fault. I wish it didn't happen. I don't, only the Lord knows why it happened. I'm glad everyone's okay now, but it's no one's fault. Who would have thought? No one could predict this, especially she's done this before. She has other surrogates working under her. So I'm sure, want to know she was Candy's surrogate. So who would have known? But I'm glad everyone is okay now. Shamia had an ectopic pregnancy. I'm so sorry that happened to her. No matter what time you lose a baby, people feel like, oh, that's early on, it's fine. No, no matter when you lose a child, it is hard to deal with, especially when you're trying so hard to have a baby. You feel like it finally happens, especially she said she was going through IVF, poking herself with a needle 8 times a day, 4 in the morning, 4 at night. And you finally get pregnant and you're thinking it's about to happen and this happens and you mess up your tube. It can really mess up your insides. It's a lot to process. So I'm glad she's okay, but I'm so sorry she had to go through so much. She expressed not feeling safe nor heard when, she was expressing to the doctors when she found out she was pregnant, like, that she was feeling some kind of way and concerned about issues. She was saying, they say sometimes you got to get a doctor that looks like you, but you just need a good doctor. Sometimes it be the ones who look like you. Shout out to Dr. Jackie on Married to Medicine, girl. We ain't forget. They be the worst ones. But Shamia and her husband still want to expand their family. So, and I hope that they achieve that. Because people, she got money, she got this and that. While that is a lot of it, it surely ain't everything. Okay. So, I'm hoping that they are able to grow their family like they want to do. Britt and Kelly discussed Britt's wedding plans, I believe. And Britt threw shade about Porsha being 3 hours late to Shamia's party. I ain't mad at her throwing shade. I'm really not, because girl, you gonna get the shade. You came back on the show. You was 3 hours late. You trifling. And the nerve of you to be talking about Drew. With a best friend like that, child. Anyway, Kelly said she just asked a question. So they were talking about how, I guess they were saying the new girls being messy, this and that. And Kelly was like, look, I just asked the questions that everybody wanted to know. Touche, because that we did, and we do need answers. Do I think Kelly came in hot because she mentioned it 75 times all throughout the first episode? Yes. However, that is a question we want to know, and Porsha can't skate by without giving an answer. Anyway, Britt said Kenya threw shade at her lack of a wedding band and said Kenya needs to worry about her never-ending divorce. Kenya didn't throw shade about the wedding band to me. Girl, if you think that's something, I guess that's why Kenya did what they did. I think Britt came in already feeling away towards Kenya from what she saw on TV with her guard up, and now she thinks everything is shade. Kenya just said, oh, are you married? Are you engaged? You don't have a band on. So she just asked a question. And then the way Britt answered it, if I didn't know already that she was married, then I would have been confused. Sorry, y'all. I had a handyman come in to fix something in my house. So I don't even know where I left off. I think I left off, excuse me. I'm so rude. And I don't got time to start over because I got to go pick up my little one. So, and I had to work. Child, That's what I get for trying to do this in the middle of the day. But anyway, enough about me. So I think we were still talking about Kelly, right? Right. Okay. So yeah, with and Britt saying that Kenya threw shade at her wedding band. Again, just to reiterate, if I didn't say it already, I don't think Kenya threw any shade at the wedding band. I think that Kenya will begin to throw shade because Britt took offense. But I think Kenya was just curious. Britt didn't explain it right. Like, oh no, this is my second ring. And this girl, what are you talking about? Are you married for the second time? What do you mean? Like, I would have been asking the same questions as Kenya. I know everybody doesn't wear wedding bands, and that's okay. But all she had to say was, "Oh no, I just like my ring as is. I don't need a band or whatever." But anyway, after Kelly said, "Oh, Kenny needs to worry about her never ending divorce," I said, "Not too much, Britt, because your husband look like he don't even like you at all." But that's just my assumption. Kelly shared that her husband stole her money. I think we did get into that earlier. He took it out the account, and she was up there, putting on a show, pretending like everything was all good at home. And when she came home, she was hiding in her closets. She had to file a police report because it got physical. She had to press charges and file a lawsuit and all types of stuff allegedly. So, child, it got messy. But some people really are sleeping with the enemy. Some people are legitimately sleeping with the enemy, okay? I am glad she's walking away, especially after I saw the pictures of the husband. I said, ooh, girl, you should have walked away a little sooner. But it's okay. We live and learn. So Drew has a workout session with Angela and Shamia. Ralph is asking for alimony, child support, etc. Child, these men is raggedy. They can be awful. But Angela asked Shamia why she spoke up about Drew and Dennis on Porsha's behalf. Shamia was trying to explain that it wasn't on Porsha's behalf. She's just nosy and wanted to know herself. While she was attempting to answer, Angela kept cutting her off and yelling and talking about she almost 60. Okay, girl, that's cool, but you still being so nasty, so rude. Let the lady finish. She was just kind of getting on my nerves. Because even when Drew was trying to explain when they first got there before Shamia arrived, that Porsha should have came to her and told her directly that she had a problem. She's like, Porsha should have came to me. Here go Angela. And she did. She did say something. She did. Girl, shut up and let her finish, lady. Anywho, in her confessional, Drew said that Shamia is Porsha's lapdog. I hate it for her. I hate it for Shamia. I wish that we never got introduced to Shamia as her being Porsha's best friend, even though Porsha is not a friend to Shamia. Shamia is a good friend to Porsha. And I just wish we didn't get introduced that way because it's going to be hard for Shamia to shake those lapdog allegations. So Porsha and Dennis meet with Pilar at some activity place. And Porsha is upset that he's filming with Drew. And she doesn't understand why no one's loyal to her. Clearly, Porsha does not think anything is going on with Dropper with Drew and Hot Dog Man Dennis. She's just upset that they're filming together when she was supposed to be using him to film. That was supposed to be her storyline, and Drew came in and messed it all up. But she started crying. Like she said, no one's loyal to her. You can't expect loyalty when you don't give it. And part of me feels like Porsha just putting on that she's in on this, and they all needed a storyline. They're cahoots. And a part of me is just like, girl, the nerve, the audacity of you. I don't know. This is just not the Porsha that I used to really like. It's just not. Or maybe it is. Girl, y'all know she had that spinoff, and Dennis was the fan fave, and I was like, Porsha, you might need to take a little break, honey. I'm not feeling it no more. But anyway, 20 minutes later, they're in her car talking on a hot mic. Just get back together at this point. And where are y'all going? How did Dennis get there? He don't got no. Does he not have a driver's license? Where is his car? Who knows? Anyway, I think Porsha tried to pull a little fast one with Simon. She was going to leave regardless and get back with her man, Dennis. The end. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. I still got to do Married to Medicine. I think I want to do a live for Beauty and Black because that part 2 was good. Okay, but first things first, let's go ahead and join me for the live tonight. I will see y'all in a little while. Have a good one. Like the video. Bye.